Okay, everybody, this tutorial is going to help you through your student resources. And the idea behind student resources is to remember that meteorology is, number one, a collaborative science where your colleagues are your best resource. And also the fact that we're pretty lucky here in the United States that we have tons of data and resources which we can use in our forecast and in our observations also. So if you look at our checklist that we use for our weekly work, you'll see down at the bottom, student resources. So let's go through these one at a time. We already talked about observations, analyses, imagery, and forecasts on the National Weather Service site. We already talked about the text. We're going to concentrate mostly on the AMS provided student resources. So let's go to our AMS weather course site here, the real-time portal. We already talked about the weather summary, the weekly climate news, supplemental information. This next part here is mostly your work that you're going to be doing. As you scroll down, you see student resources. As you notice here, it's the biggest section in the whole website. Let's go through these one by one and show you what we have here. When we talk about surface data, we're talking about all the data collected by surface weather stations. You're going to find in here analyzed charts. You'll find raw data, which is another analysis, raw data that you can use for plotting, and this stuff is all up to date. This is literally today's data. Lists of surface stations that are out there. You scroll down more and you have more radar and satellite. Remember we looked at the National Weather Service radar and satellite, but here's some more that you can use. Oh, look at that, a link right to the National Weather Service radar page. Satellite, same thing. You have a little bit more in the way of animations available on the AMS site. Here's a water vapor animation. You can go straight to the GOES satellite server and play around in there. Later on, you'll know we're talking about with upper air data. Upper air data basically is what we collect with either weather balloons or rocket sondes. So you can look at what the temperature and wind speed is at the 500 millibar level. No, that's not a hurricane down there, that's a data mess up. Further down, you have watches and warnings. You have climate data down here. These extras are pretty cool down here. These little extras will, it's kind of like free texts down here. User's guide for the AMS weather site. If you forget what the symbols are, there it is. So go through this and see if any of this can help you. And if you run into some trouble, this is the first place you should look. And as you make friends in the class, feel free to ask your colleagues. Remember, your colleagues are your best source in meteorology, like in most sciences. If you scroll back up here, there's another section that I don't think we're going to be assigning this for points, but it still comes in handy because it's up-to-date stuff, but it's also meant to help you through your studies, not to be, a gradable section. This critical thinking, diversity section. A lot of these things are skills that have been that are known to be able to be used by people who focus literally on meteorology, specifically on meteorology. Back to this. Here's the textbook progress questions that you'll see right in the back of the text. It's right here if you need them. We'll be using those. And these comment modules are also pretty handy. This is like a free second text for you guys. And these podcasts here, these are really good. I'm gonna just play one so you can see what it's talking about. Let's see if it loads on this thing while I have it running. See, they're YouTube videos. I'm going to link these also into that document that you're going to see that this tutorial is attached to.
The hand twist model will help you understand the flow. We'll start with low pressure while standing.
See, all the stuff is here waiting for you.
On the piece of paper directly on top of the layout.
So, like I said, remember it's a collaborative science. Utilize your colleagues. Utilize all that's available at your fingertips, and heck, you paid for it. So don't let it go to waste.